We show a lot of trading methods here on this channel, and with every video that gets released, I get hundreds of comments and messages on a weekly basis from people who have made a lot of coins using those methods. But I've also got messages from people saying it doesn't work or they can't win any trades. So in this video, I'll be sharing some actionable steps that you can take to win more deals in FIFA 22 Ultimate Team. Before I get into the video, if you are looking to get some very easy coins, then there is no better place than Mule Factory. Head over there to get yourself some fast, cheap FIFA 22 coins, completely reliable, and if you use Fnatic5 at checkout, you'll also get yourself a 5% discount. Link can be found in the description down below. Getting back into the video, there are some very simple things that you can do to win more trades. These are actions that I take when I am trying to bid on a player so that I can win as many deals as possible. For this, you don't need to do anything special. It's not something that's going to take hours of your time. It's just a few extra steps you can take to win more deals. So the first thing to make sure that you're doing if you are struggling to get any trades is to make sure that you are trading at peak times. I see so many people trading in the early hours of the morning or late at night and not being able to win anything. And there's a good reason for that. There's not as many trades on the market. It's not peak times for there to be the most amount of live transfers. And EA makes this very simple for you to understand, because when you do go over to the transfer market, it tells you right there how many live transfers there are currently on the market. Now, this is different from platform to platform. For example, PlayStation has normally 3, 4, 5 million live transfers, whereas PC, you'll be lucky to get 500,000. But you will notice throughout the day, it fluctuates. So across all platforms, typically in the early morning, it's going to be at that lower point. But by the time we get to around 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., especially when a new promo is released, that will increase to be at that higher point. And then gradually, as it gets later throughout the night, that's when it will go down again, and then a cycle continues. If you're trading at a time where there's the least amount of live transfers on the market, it does lead to you having to potentially pay at a higher price and there being less deals that you could potentially get. When you're trading at peak times, it's likely that you'll be able to go and get players slightly cheaper and there's going to be a lot more of them. One of the best things that you can do is trade during a major promo, something very similar to what we had with Team of the Year and what we're going to get with Team of the Season. There'll be so many people opening packs all at the exact same time because people have saved their packs, plus people are using FIFA points to open packs, that there'll be so many live transfers. Way more than there are people looking to buy any of these rare gold cards. So this is a great time in which you can actually use to go and bid and win a lot of deals for a fraction of the price. These events only happen once every couple of months, but typically on a day-by-day basis, you still have price fluctuation and you want to be trading during peak times. The next thing that you can do is change up your bidding technique. I know it sounds like a bit of a weird one, and out of all the things that we've got within this list, this is the one that's going to take the most amount of time, because every time that you do bid on a player, if they're less than 30 seconds, it will go back up to 30 seconds to count down again. But as long as you have the patience and your opponent or whoever's actually bidding on the exact same player as you, if they don't have patience, they're going to walk away from the deal and you're hopefully going to be able to win it for a good amount of coins. So typically what I do whenever I'm bidding on a player is I'll add them to my watch list and wait for them to get down to the last 30 to 45 seconds. This is where I'll compare that player's price, and if it is a good deal, I will place a bid. Sometimes I will get lucky and I will be able to win that deal with no competition whatsoever, which is awesome. I'll then list that player back onto the market. But for most of the time, I will be outbidded, and this is where I do just want to annoy whoever else is trying to outbid me. I will then wait for that player to get down to the last 3 to 5 seconds where I'll place another bid. That will take it back up to 30 seconds and I will wait again. If someone else bids on that exact same player and it takes it back up to 30 seconds, I will then bid at that last 3 to 5 seconds again and keep this cycle going. If you found a player which is listed a lot lower compared to the lowest by now and you're only going up by 1 with every bid, it is going to take a lot of time, but I know that I've got the patience to sit here and go through all of that, whereas most people, they don't have that patience. So most of the time I am able to win the deal by the end. If my opponent starts to do the exact same thing as me, where I'll place a bid and wait until it gets down to the last 3 to 5 seconds and they place a bid and then I do the same thing and they do the same thing, that is where I'll start to mix it up a bit. That's where I will bid 3, 4, 5 times in a row despite me already having a bid on a player, giving the impression to my opponent that all of a sudden there has been a lot of attention for the player that they're bidding on, and now it's not just between 1 or 2 people, but now there's 3, 4, 5 people involved that want to go and get this player. And then I'll go back to placing a bid every 3 to 5 seconds. It might sound like a weird thing to do, and yes, it can take a lot of time dependent on the player, but it always seems to work well for me. I've also noticed with FIFA 22 that there is a bug where if you do bid in the last couple of seconds, it will go back up to 30 seconds, but sometimes if you bid at the right time, it will show on whoever else is bidding on that player saying that it has expired. It's not until you back out of your watch list and go back in where you find that that trade is still active. But I've been screwed over many times because of this when I thought I've won the deal, when in actual fact I haven't, but I've also managed to win a lot of deals because of this. So make sure that you are using it to your advantage. The next tip is to make sure that you look for players with slight changes. This being any type of player with a position change or a chemistry change. This adds value to their card and takes them way above their minimum price. And you can use this within bidding or even within sniping filters. For most people that do look to trade, they look to find a player's lowest buy now and then just try and get a player a couple hundred coins less than that where they can relist slightly higher but still be the lowest on the market and get a quick sell without having to do too much work. But the issue with that is that there will be a lot of people trying to do this, so the profit that you're going to be able to make from those cards is just a couple hundred coins. It's the same if you are going to snipe those players. But if you do mix up the filter so that you have a position change or a chemistry change, it really puts you in a better position where you can win more deals. This is where the position change method comes in that we have been using on a 0 to 1 million coin trading series. I've been able to get some players for around 1,000 coins. It's because people haven't noticed the position change on the card when they've listed them. But then I've been able to buy them at 1,000 coins with no competition and then relist them at 5,000 coins and being able to sell them with ease. This is so much better than any type of sniping filter where you are only just looking at the minimum price and looking to get 100 coins profit per card. And the only thing that you need to do is add an extra couple seconds of what it takes to go into your transfer market, search for a player, but then add a position change or even a chemistry style change. And then the final step that you can do to win more trades is to create your own trading methods. Now, it is good to follow content creators to get trading tips, but don't copy them exactly. There's so many creators out there that will show very specific sniping filters on a daily basis, and yes, the sniping filter works, but when it does become a video and that video gets 1,000 views, and for those 1,000 viewers they all try to put that sniping filter into action, that method now becomes 1,000 times harder. It's exactly why on this channel we keep trading methods open. I will show you a video using a position change method where we look to get CDMs to center mids. But if you took just a second to think about that method for yourself, you'll also quickly understand that there are a lot of other position modifiers within the game. You can take any type of player that you want, apart from goalkeepers and center backs, but any other position, you can convert them to a different position. Just spend a few minutes researching into different players, maybe go onto FootWiz to get a list of players within a set position, change them to be a right mid to a right wing or a right forward, and then you'll be able to understand of what you can actually do with this method. And this trading method will be a lot better for you because in my video I showed a CDM to center mid. That's what a lot of people are going to be using for themselves. You've taken the extra time to go and find out how to take a right mid to a right wing to a right forward, and you'll be able to tap into a market which just has no competition. It's also the same with bulk bidding. I will tell you the players that I've been using within the bulk bidding method as an example, but realistically you could use any player within the game as long as you have the coins to do so. I like looking at cheap rare gold players for about 1,000 coins just to make a couple hundred coins profit per card and get around 30 to 40 of them. But if you really wanted to, you could look for players at 10,000 coins where you're able to make profit of 1,000 coins on each card, not get as many but still get anywhere between 5 to 10 and make just as much. If you really take the time to create your own methods rather than copying what everyone else is doing, then you're gonna be in a much better position. It's also the exact same with investing. One rule that I like to follow is to buy when everyone else is selling and then sell when everyone else is buying. There are so many trading discords, TikTok accounts, Twitter accounts, Instagram accounts where they do go through different types of investments that you can make. And the second that I see one of those accounts pumping a player and I've got that player in my club, I sell them on because it's never going to get any higher than that. That's the most amount of demand, and then gradually over time, people will sell that player off. So definitely still keep an eye out for what content is being pushed by different creators, but don't take it exactly. Make a few changes for yourself. Maybe go back to our previous point where I said add a position change or a chemistry style change and then go through that exact same trading method or sniping filter. You'll be surprised of how that opens up the market a lot more despite you niching down. You'll be able to win a lot more trades, being able to make a lot more profit, and you'll be in a much better position than those that are copying that trade method exactly. But anyway guys, here are just a few actual steps that you can take to win more trades within FIFA 22 Ultimate Team. If you do have any questions about anything, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going to see ya.